You're watching KSG News, where you get all the latest information for your exam preparations. We begin with the news relating to the GS paper 1. This is in connection with geography. Scientists, including those of Indian origin, have developed a new system which they say can provide farmers in India early forecasts of expected variations in the monsoon season in advance, which may help reduce the crop losses. The researchers, including those from the European Centre for Medium Range Weather Forecasts in the United Kingdom, used their long-term global weather forecasting system to predict when the summer monsoon will start and how much rainfall it will bring. In the study published in the journal Climate Dynamics, they noted that the model provided accurate forecasts a month in advance for the timing of the monsoon in India's major agricultural regions. The scientists believe providing this information to farmers could help them prepare earlier for unexpected heavy rainfall or extended dry periods, both of which regularly destroy crops in India. According to the researchers, the Indian monsoon brings around 80% of India's annual rainfall, with even small variations in the timing of its arrival potentially having a huge impact on agriculture. Co-author of the study, Amulya Chevuturi from the University of Reading in the United Kingdom, says that accurately predicting these year-to-year variations is challenging but could be the difference between prosperity or poverty for many families. The forecasting accuracy identified in India's main agricultural regions provides a clear opportunity for this system to make a positive difference to people's lives. The monsoon season in India begins around the 1st of June every year, starting in southwest India before spreading across the whole subcontinent. Now, going into some background, in the study, the scientists analyzed 36 years' worth of monsoon data to evaluate for the first time the effectiveness of the SEAS-5 in predicting how the Indian monsoon would differ from the long-term average. They compared forecasts from the 1st of May each year from 1981 to 2016 with actual observations of the monsoons that followed. The team found that the forecasts were accurate for the large-scale processes like temperature and winds that drive the monsoon rainfall across India. According to the scientists, SEAS-5 was good at predicting early or late monsoon arrival over the important agricultural regions along the river Ganges plains and the eastern and western coasts of India. The study could also identify deficiencies in the system, which the researchers believe could pave the way for model improvements, potentially providing more detailed and accurate seasonal long-term monsoon forecasts. Moving on to some news relating to the GS paper 1. This is in connection with history, art and culture. Hidden in plain sight, one of the rarest fossils in the world may have been discovered in the fascinating Bhimbetka rock shelters, a UNESCO site about 40 kilometers from Bhopal. Researchers believe that they found the first ever fossil in India of a Dickinsonia, the Earth's oldest animal, dating back to 570 million years, on the roof of what's called the Auditorium Cave at Bhimbetka. The find has been published in the February edition of Gondwana Region, an international journal. Now, what is this all about? Dickinsonia fossils have shown they could exceed 4 feet in length, but the one found in Bhimbetka is 17 inches long. Two experts from Geological Survey of India were on a sightseeing tour of Bhimbetka ahead of the 36th International Geological Congress, which was scheduled for March 2020 but was postponed twice due to the pandemic, when they spotted the leaf-like impression. 11 feet above the ground, almost blending with the rock and easily mistaken by laymen for prehistoric rock art, they found the imprints of the Dickinsonia, believed to be one of the key links between the early, simple organisms and the explosion of life in the Cambrian period about 541 billion years ago. The fossils were found in the roof of Auditorium Cave at Bhimbetka Rock Shelters, a UNESCO World Heritage Site for Paleolithic and Mesolithic cave art near Bhopal. They are identical with Dickinsonia tenuis from the Ediacara member of the Ronsley Quartzite in South Australia. The ASI, or the Archaeological Survey of India, deals in geologic timescale, a quaternary period that began 2.6 million years ago and extends into the present. anything before the beginnings of human evolution is not covered. A GSI or Geological Survey of India team had conducted extensive work in the Vindhyan Hills some 20 years ago to meet the operational guidelines of UNESCO before Bhimbetka was declared a World Heritage Site. And now we move on to news related to the GS Paper 3. This relates to economy. Parliament on the 10th of February passed a bill that seeks to provide greater autonomy in decision-making to 12 major ports in the country and professionalize their governance by setting up boards. The Major Ports Authority Bill 2020 was passed through ballot votes in the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha had on 23rd of September 2020 passed the bill. The government has said it was not intended towards privatization of major ports and rather aimed at boosting their decision-making powers in order to compete with private ports. The bill aims to provide for regulation, operation and planning of major ports in India and to vest the administration, control and management of such ports upon the boards of major port authorities and for matters connected therewith or incidental there to be taken into consideration. In terms of volume, 70% of cargo movement is through ports while 90% in value terms. India has 12 major ports: Deen Dayal, that is the erstwhile Kandla, Mumbai, JNPT, Marmugao, New Mangalore, Kochi, Chennai, Kamarajar, earlier Ennore, VO Chidambarnar, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep and Kolkata, that includes Haldia. These together have handled 705 million tons of cargo in 2019 and 2020. And in some latest updates related to the GS Paper 2 Social Welfare Scheme, the Labour Ministry has issued a draft notification proposing to extend the relaxed benefits under the Atal Bimat Vyakti Kalyan Yojana or the ABVKY for another 6 months from the 1st of January this year to the 30th of June 2021. Now it has been decided to extend the relaxation in eligibility conditions in the Atal Bimat Vyakti Kalyan Yojana for the period of the 1st of January 2021 to June 30th, 2021 with the same terms and conditions as notified earlier. The Employees State Insurance Corporation is the implementing agency for the scheme. Now, what is this all about? The ESIC or the Employees State Insurance Corporation has sought suggestions from all the stakeholders on the draft notification over the next 30 days, following which the proposal will be notified. A decision to further extend the relaxed benefits was taken at an ESIC meeting last year. Under the relaxed scheme, unemployment benefit of the order of 50% of the wages under the Atal Bimat Vyakti Kalyan Yojana will be given as against 25% earlier. This would be the average per day earning of a worker over the last 90 days, and the benefits will be available to insured workers who became unemployed due to the COVID-19 induced lockdown. The scheme was extended by the government for a year till the 30th of June 2021. The relaxed benefits under the scheme were available till the year 31st December 2020. That's it from our side in this video. Do stay tuned to KSG News for more such informative videos for your exam preparations.